Welcome in, baby. Oh, let's get it, chat. Welcome in as we get ready for a little bit of Thanksgiving fun here. A little bit of money on the line here this evening for these drivers. Let's get it, baby. Let's go, Chad. Let's go, baby.
Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so
yes, sir.
bad.
Yes, ma'am. We are back in business. We are ready to rock and roll.
Feel the butterflies multiply every time I meet your eyes. Amplified deep inside. Once I feel your skin on mine, though I try, I can't hide all the ways I feel inside. You're everything I want in life. She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like
get
that.
it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome in. We get ready to rock and roll. We get ready to set these drivers loose for another wild evening of racing action. Some money on the line here as it is the Wayne Gordy 55 here, presented by Dirt Anarchy. And these drivers ready to rock and roll, ready to run and gun, and ready to try to pick up some extra dough in their pocket here as we're live from the beautiful Federated Auto Parts Raceway, Peevely, Missouri. It's I-55, and we're ready to rock and roll. My boy Richard Grimm coming in, dropping that like and the share on the stream. What's good, Richard? Richard coming in, showing the love here in this one as we'll get this field stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in just a few more moments. Woo! Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun, chat. This is going to be a ton of fun. Some extra money on the line here for these drivers to put some extra coin into their purse, and we're going to get ready to set them loose here for some qualifying. You see the 5 ride quickly jumping out there on the racetrack. That is that 5 machine of Braden Carter out there. See Christopher Perrin out there as well in that 13 machine. As the Jegs machine out there on the racetrack. You see Michael Mitchell out there as well in the 4 ride. Brandon Barnhart in that Tri-City Speed 34B machine out there on the racetrack, as well as Barnhart looking to have himself a good run here in this one. Right now, all these drivers getting primed and ready to rock and roll, ready to go to battle, ready to put the work in and see if they can pick up some extra money here on this beautiful Thanksgiving evening. Tracy Williams coming in, showing the love with that heart reaction. How are you, my boy? Coming in, showing the love, smashing that heart reaction. So we'll get this field stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in just a few more moments. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in, though. Happy Thanksgiving to all of our American brothers and sisters that are tuning in, enjoying the action, enjoying the fun here this evening. Fortunately for us up here in Canada, Thanksgiving was a while ago. We had Thanksgiving a month and 10 days ago was our Thanksgiving. So you guys are way behind us. You know, your guys' Thanksgiving's way gone. See Matthew Ostrander out there, Colton Zimmer out there as well on the racetrack. Did see Scout Neff out there for a little bit of Scout Neff. There we go. We see the 18 ride of Scout Neff jumping out onto the racetrack. It's actually the 10 ride of Scout Neff jumping out there. See Troy Desson out there as well in the 21 ride. That Fusion setup shop number 21 ride looking very, very good out there on the racetrack as right now, Matthew Ostrander up into position number 2 here on the time charts. Brandon Barnhart, though, with the quick time here in qualifying. Bob Klein up into position number 3. Michael Carter there in 4. Braden Carter there in position number 5. See Shane Yates rolling out onto the racetrack in the Premier Racing Setups number 11 ride. Yates looking to have himself a good night. Connor New out there as well in the Sweet Victory Apparel Team CFM Esports number 10 machine out there on the racetrack as well. Kyle Carter in the 14 ride out there on the racetrack in the Tri-City Speed machine. And then you see that 747 ride, the White Knuckle Setup Shop number 747. Tyson Banks out there on the racetrack as Connor New gonna jump up here with the quick time and qualifying, but he's gonna get knocked off the top. The 17 ride at Coy Viles gonna jump up into that top spot. Viles in that Sweet Victory Apparel, Majula Say Speed Shop, number 17 rides Attack 3 machine up into the top spot. Chris Watkins up into position number 4 and looking for more now in that Tri-City Speed. Mopar number 6 ride out there on the racetrack as well, up into position number 4 here in qualifying. Only a few drivers left to rock and roll, a few drivers left to jump out there for their qualifying efforts here in this one. Woo, baby, this is going to be a lot of fun. Yo, my boy Richard Murtaugh, Mr. Murtaugh coming in, says hello from Hollywood, California. Hollywood. Rich, you better hand out my business card while you're down there, you know? Put me into the movies, brother. Put me into the movies, okay? I can play. I got that Zach Galifianakis vibe, you know, the dude from Hangover. I feel like I could play that role pretty good. Happy Thanksgiving, says Tracy. Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving. You're doing good. I love to hear that. Love to hear that, brother. My old man, Ben People, coming in, showing the love with that like on the stream. Mr. Yates coming in with that like and the share. Brennan, Josh Wolfred coming in with that like and the share as well. Michael Carter dropping that thumbs up on the stream. Huge shout out again to my boy Richard Murtaugh. Let's get a huge hashtag Murtaugh up. Yeah, let's get a huge Murtaugh up in the chat here. Let me make sure I spell that right. Murtaugh, Mr. Murtaugh up in the chat here, coming in with the massive 500-star dono, setting it off. Hello from Hollywood, California. You better be handing out the business cards for me. Put me in the movies, okay? I feel like I could play like a fat stunt double for Tom Cruise. I could probably pull that one off. A fat stunt double for Tom Cruise. I could do it. I could do it for certain. For certain. If Tom Cruise has to play a movie where he's a little bit fatter and needs a stunt double, I'm his guy. 100%. Braden Carter coming with that like on the stream. Miranda Bell coming in with that like as well, coming in showing the love. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button as we're going to get ready here. Heat race number 1 about to get underway as these drivers loaded into the sim and ready to rock and roll. Starting on the pole, it is our fastest car in qualifying. It's the 17 ride, the Merkley AG Speed Shop Team CFM Esports WR1. It's the Sweet Victory Apparel's ride of Coy Viles to his outside in the Tri-City Speed Mopar number 6. That is Chris Watkins. Starting in position number 3 in the Merkley AG Speed Shop Sweet Victory Apparel number 7, that is Bob Klein into his outside. In the 20 ride is the VLR Team CFM Esports machine, that is Colton Zimmer. Starting in position number 5 in the Tri-City Speed Machine, the 14 ride, that is Kyle Carter into his outside. In the 11 ride, that is Aaron Sanders. It's actually the 5 ride there of Aaron Sanders, as we're going to end all the anticipation here with our first heat race of the evening from the beautiful Federated Auto Parts Raceway. My boy, Mr. Blakely, Josh Blakely coming in, setting it off with the 69-star dono as well, coming in with the huge 69. Let's go. Let's get a hashtag Josh up in the chat as well as right now. Coy Viles out in front. Coy leading the way here in that 17 ride. Bob Klein right there in position number 2. Colton Zimmer up into position number 3 in that 20 ride. He's looking to try to find a way underneath the 7 machine. All Bob Klein is right now. It's all Merkley AG Speed Shop here. 1, 2, and 3 on the racetrack is the Mopar Tri-City Speed Machine, the 6th ride of Chris Watkins, unfortunately falling back a couple spots. There in position number 4. Kyle Carter there in position number 5 with Aaron Sanders rounding out the field here in that 5 ride of Sanders. We're going to try to get a handle on that number 5 machine back there in position number 6. But out in front, it's all Coy Viles, as Viles continuing to lead the way, continuing to show these guys how to get it done here in our first heat race of the evening. These heat races a little bit longer, but man, these guys are in for a treat here. And this one is down out at corner number 4. We're going to see another lap clicked off here. We're going to quickly get a refresh on our overlay there so you guys can see the laps kind of going down a little bit better, hopefully. It's Coy Viles down through corner number 3 out at corner number 4. He's going to see that white flag. So one more time around here for Coy Viles as he's out in front. Colton Zimmer up a couple spots into position number 2. Bob Klein, Chris Watkins rounding out our top 4 as out of corner number 4. It's Coy Viles picking up heat race win number 1 on the evening. Colton Zimmer, Bob Klein right there in 2nd and 3rd, as I do believe top 4 are going to transfer into the A main feature event, but not a massive field of cars here, so I have a sneaky suspicion we're going to see a lot of these drivers in our A main feature event. Not a lot of them are going to be missing out on it. You know, not a lot of them are going to be missing out on this A main feature event, and that's what we want to see. But once again, huge shout out to my boy Rich Murtaugh coming in with the 500-star dono. My boy Josh Blakely coming in, setting it off there at the start of that heat race, coming in with the 69 stars as well. So we'll get a little Blakely up into the chat here, a little Josh up into the chat is my boy Josh coming in, setting it off here as well. Debbie Patrick coming in with that heart reaction. Anthony Karpf coming in with the like and the share. Randy Carter coming in, dropping that like. Josh Blakely with the like on the stream as well. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Heat race number 2, starting on the pole in the 10 ride. It's the Sweet Victory Apparel, KL Photography. It's Majula Say Speed Shop 4-2 graphics ride. That is Connor New. To his outside in the Tri-City Speed Machine, it is the BMJ Machine. It's the 83 of Matthew Ostrander. Starting in position number 3 in the 15 ride, that is the CM Machine of Michael Carter. And to his outside in the 11 ride is the Premier Racing Setups Flood Drive number 11. That is Shane Yates. You see the 4 ride of Michael Mitchell and Troy Desson in the Fusion Setup Shop number 21 ride, bringing up the rear of the field as quickly Connor New onto the loud pedal, looking to run away here with this second heat race win of the evening. You see the 11 ride of Shane Yates back there in position number 4, looking for more here as the Flood Doctor number 11 ride trying to find himself a way to the front of the field here. Right now stuck behind a pair of very fast race cars. The 83 ride of Matthew Ostrander and Michael Carter right there in front of them as they're all trying to hunt down that 10 machine of Connor New. New out in front, continuing to try to pull away from the rest of the field. Here's the 10 ride hooked up here in this one, showing a lot of speed early on in the evening. Matthew Ostrander right there in second, Michael Carter in third, and Shane Yates in that fourth and final transfer spot into the A main feature again. PeaceMaker Gaming, I'm here doing my homework again. Listen, brother, there's only so much homework you can do and studying you can do with the drivers on the racetrack, but it all comes down to a lot of seat time. You got to be out there on the racetrack. You got to be behind the wheel, feeling these cars out, learning how to do everything that these guys are doing. You know, there's so much you can watch, but you got to be up there trying this out, making sure that you can make these laps and run with these guys. And getting out there on the racetrack's the best way to do it. Surround yourself with good drivers, surround yourself with great talent, and you know it'll rub off on you. You'll learn a lot. You'll find a lot of speed. You'll continue to get better and better and better. As Connor New out in front, he's gonna see that white flag fly. So Connor New, how do you do as he heads down the backstretch here into quarter number 3, nice and easy down and out at quarter number 4. It's the 10 ride of Connor New who's gonna pick up heat race number 2. Matthew Ostrander right there in second, Michael Carter in third, and Shane Yates in position number 4. Mitchell and Desson rounding out our top 6 there in that one as we'll get ready here for heat race number 3. Heat race number 3 going to get loaded up onto the track. I got to get some stuff in practices before the icebreaker. Yeah, you definitely need to make sure you jump out there, get a lot of practice. That's a big race, and there's going to be a lot of big names, a lot of very, very fast, talented drivers. It's going to be some tough sledding out there in that one for certain, for certain. My boy, Justin Hopkins coming in, dropping that like on the stream. Billy Northcott coming in, showing the love as well, dropping that like in here as well. Much appreciate y'all tuning in, showing the love here on a USA Thanksgiving Day. You know, there's football, there's turkey, there's friends and family, but there's also some PeaceMaker Gaming, some iRacing to watch as well. Just may not be the first show to watch, but hopefully maybe the final show to watch here on a beautiful, beautiful day. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in heat race number 3, starting on that pole position in the Tri-City Speed number 34 ride. That is Brandon Barnhart to his outside. In the white knuckle setup shop 747, that is Tyson Banks. Starting in position number 5, that is Braden Carter, into his outside in the 13 ride. That is Christopher Perrin. And bringing up the rear of the field in the 10 machine, it's Majula Say Speed Shop ride, a Scout Neff. It's quickly out in front. Brandon Barnhart looking to try to run away here with heat race number 3 on the evening. There's a little bit of contact back there behind him as the 5 ride of Braden Carter trying to rule that bottom side, hitting the 747 ride, make a little bit of contact. They're going to cross each other over here as the 747 going to take a look down low here through corner 3 and 4 as the 5 ride up into position number 2 here down across the start-finish line. But that 747 ride of Tyson Banks still right there in position number 3. Then there's battle back here starting to brew as the 13 ride of Christopher Perrin down low on the bottom side of the racetrack trying to get that 13 ride up into that 4th and final transfer spot. Go 49ers, says Mr. Hopkins. Go 49ers for certain, brother. I need Brock Purdy to have a bunch of TDs here, okay? I need Brock Purdy or Jake Moody to get me a whole bunch of points for my fantasy team. That's for certain. That's for certain. I mean, the 49ers have already been playing really good, but they have 2 rushing TDs. Come on. Come on. How is Deebo Samuel getting a rushing TD? Come on, Purdy. You should have thrown that to him, not just let him run it. So out in front, Brandon Barnhart continuing to lead the way here in this one as Braden Carter right there in second. Tyson Banks scouting at the Nerf gun there in position number 4. In that 4th and final transfer spot, trying to hold off this 13 ride of Christopher Parent as the white flag has been displayed. So one more time around here for that 34 ride of Brandon Barnhart. Down into corner number 3, nice and easy at a corner number 4. It's Brandon Barnhart in the Tri-City Speed Machine who's going to come home here with heat race win number 3 on the evening. Braden Carter, Tyson Banks, and then we saw that number 10 ride, a Scout Neff there in position number 5 as we'll get ready here for the consolation race. Looks like everybody's going to make it here. No one's going to go home early. 5 cars in, 5 cars coming out. They're going to get 12 laps here of extra racing action here on the racetrack. We'll call it a little bit of a little trial and error, a little bit of practice out there. Shane Yates said he would coach me. Perfect. Hey, you know what? Shane Yates is definitely a very, very fast driver, a very talented driver. So, you know, being in there, having him in your ear, trying to help you along the way, definitely nothing wrong with that one. As we'll get ready here for this consolation race and get a good look at these drivers here on the racetrack. Starting on the pole position, that's that 14 ride of Kyle Carter to his outside in the 4 machine. That's the Dirt Anarchy ride of Michael Mitchell. Starting in position number 3 in that 13 ride, that is Christopher Parent into his outside. In the 5 ride, that is Aaron Sanders, and bringing up the rear of the field in the 21 ride, it's the Fusion Setup Shop 21 of Troy Desan there in position number 5. All 5 drivers will punch their ticket into the A-Main feature event. Nobody is going to get sent home early. They're all going to have an opportunity to pick up some extra money and some extra, you know, a little bit of pocket change here for them this evening. You know, a little bit of extra money here. Obviously, we had a big sponsor come on board, put up some money for these drivers to be able to win some money and put on some great racing. And obviously, that is why we call this the the Wayne Gordy 55 here at I-55, as the Wayne Gordy 55 coming in, showing the love here and put up some money for these drivers to earn on this beautiful, beautiful Thanksgiving afternoon. As Kyle Carter quickly going to jump up to the lead here in this consolation race. Christopher Parent there in second. The 5 ride of Aaron Sanders there in position number 3 is the 4 ride of Michael Mitchell sliding back here early on in this one. Is the 4 machine back there into position number 4, and Troy Desan there in position number 5. Kyle Carter, though, out in front, looking to just try to run away with this one. Some good practice laps, some good runs out here for these drivers in this consolation race. Luckily enough, each and every one of them will punch their ticket into the A-Main feature event. Nobody is going to get sent home early. They're all going to get an opportunity to run this A-Main feature event and go after the $50 that's on the line here for the win. I do believe it's $50 for the top spot, and I do believe $25 for position number 2. I do believe that's, second base 25. So 50 to win, 25 for second. So huge shout out to our sponsors coming on board, making this happen and giving these drivers a little bit of extra money to go after here on this Thanksgiving evening. My boy Matthew Glenn, Mr. Glenn coming in, showing the love. What's good, Matthew? Matthew coming in, says, let's go, Matthew. Let's go, my boy. Mr. Hopkins coming in with that like on the stream. Carrie Spears coming in with that thumbs up as well. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that heart reaction, hit that share button, hit that follow button, or if you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button as we continue to grow more and more and more on all these channels, and continuing to try to grow more and more and more over there on YouTube as well, as we're working on, I do believe, our final 80 subscribers over there before we can get monetized and really start pumping out some videos and everything else, and helping us earn a little bit of extra coin so we can keep on doing what we do best up here in the broadcast booth, which is always a good thing to do. As out in front, Kyle Carter looking to try to pick up this consolation race win. Christopher Parent right there in second. Aaron Sanders there in third. Then you see Michael Mitchell there in position number 4. And Troy Desson there in position number 5. These drivers getting a really good look at the racetrack, seeing what it's doing, where it's kind of headed towards, and what they need to do to their rides before the end of this evening so they can have a perfect setup for the start of this A main feature event. It's out in front. We see the white flag being displayed, so one more time around here for Kyle Carter. As Carter down through corner number 3 and at a corner number 4, he's going to pick up the consolation race win. Christopher Barron, Aaron Sanders, Michael Mitchell, and Troy Desson rounding out the field there. All 5 drivers punching their ticket into this A main feature event as these drivers will jump out onto the racetrack, get a quick little bit of warm-up in. They'll make sure their cars are ready to rock and roll, and we're going to make sure we're ready to rock and roll here in this one as well. I'm going to get a quick drink into me, and then we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose for our A-Main feature event in just a few more moments. How many are you guys taking in this race? I do believe we are taking everybody that's in here right now, and I do believe we're looking at 20 cars, something like that, 20 drivers, somewhere in that area. That 5, 6, 7, I can't even count it that quick. I think there's about 18 to 20 cars, something like that. Yeah, looks like 18 drivers, 18 cars ready to rock and roll, 18 cars to go to battle here in this one. $50 for our race winner in this race, $25 for position number 2. So lots of room to work out there on the racetrack. The beautiful Federated Auto Parts Raceway, always a beautiful racetrack, always such a great place to have these drivers out there on the racetrack. We're going to quickly make a little bit brighter here for us. That way we can see these cars just a little bit better out there on the racetrack, see their sponsors, their names, and everything else. We'll get these drivers stacked up, racked up, and ready to rock and roll here in just a few more moments. Oh, just got the word as well that Tri-City Speed is also going to be donating a wrap for the hard charger as well. So the hard charger on the evening will also earn themselves a extra wrap courtesy of Tri-City Speed. So a huge shout out there to the Tri-City Speed guys coming on board and helping out and putting a little bit extra onto the line here for some of these drivers out there on the racetrack. So huge shout out for them coming in, showing the love in this one. And them Carter boys are quick. They are pretty fast out there, Cal. I'm not going to lie. They're pretty good drivers. Each and every one of them, they keep getting faster and faster and faster. When you look through the field here, you see quite a few of them. You see Braden Carter out there, that 15 rider, Michael Carter that we're with right now, Kyle Carter out there as well. There's a lot of fast drivers in here. See some of the Majula C Speed Shop guys. You look at, Connor New, Brandon Barnhart. You look at Coy Viles out there. There's so many great, talented drivers throughout this field. Shane Yates out there in the Premier Racing Setups, number 11 ride. There is a ton of talent, a ton of fast cars, a lot of great drivers here in this field, ready to rock and roll for 55 laps of racing action. As we're going to get these drivers stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here, it is the Wayne Gordy 55 here from Federated Auto Parts Raceway, Peebly, Missouri, I-55, as we'll get these drivers locked and loaded, ready to rock and roll, and ready to go to battle here this evening on this beautiful Thanksgiving evening, as we'll get these drivers loaded into the sim and ready to rock and roll. Starting on the pole in the number 15 machine, that is Michael Carter. To his outside in the Majula Safe Speed Shop BLR Sweet Victory Apparel, number 7, that is Bob Klein. Starting in position number 3 in the 5 ride, that is Braden Carter. Into his outside in the Tri-City Speed Machine, that's the 83 of Matthew Ostrander. Starting in position number 5 in the VLR Majula Say Speed Shop. Number 20, that is Colton Zimmer into his outside in the Tri-City Speed B34. That is Brandon Barnhart. Starting in position number 7 in that Sweet Victory Apparel Majula Say Speed Shop Team CFM Esports 4-2 Graphics. Number 10, that is Connor New. To his outside in the Sweet Victory, number 17, that is Coy Viles. And then down in position number 9, that is Tyson Banks. To his outside in the 6th ride, that is Chris Watkins, as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are quickly green flag racing here at the beautiful Federated Auto Parts Raceway. As the Wayne Gordy 55 is underway. The 15 ride of Michael Carter out in front. He's going to lead lap number 1 here in this one. Another Carter right up there towards the front of the field is the 5 ride of Braden Carter trying to jump up into position number 2. As I do believe the 2 Carters nose to tail here is the 7 ride of Bob Klein going to slide back into position number 3. We're going to try to stay right there to that right rear quarter panel of the 5 ride of Braden Carter. Braden Carter still rolling the bottom side here, trying to reel in that 15 ride of Michael Carter. Colton Zimmer right there into position number 4. You see the 10 ride of Connor New up into position number 5 on the racetrack. Coy Viles right there with him as the 17 ride up into position number 6 here as he looks underneath the 83 of Matthew Ostrander. Brandon Barnhart sliding back a couple spots here in the 34 ride as he dukes it out door to door here with Tyson Banks. Tyson Banks there in 8th. Brandon Barnhart back there into 9th. Scout Neff up a couple spots here inside the top 10 now as he works to the outside of Chris Watkins in position number 11. Kyle Carter back there in position number 12. Shane Yates there in that 13th position with Aaron Sanders. Christopher Perrin, Michael Mitchell, and Troy Desson rounding out the field here in this one. As the Wayne Gordy 55 is underway, and out in front, it's Michael Carter and Braden Carter, 1 and 2, but Bob Klein trying to jump back into that second spot on the racetrack as now he's working that inside line. They got 2 very fast drivers right there behind him. Colton Zimmer there in position number 4 and looking for more. And Connor New there in position number 5. Connor New, how do you do it? He's got that 10 ride rolling there in position number 5. Coy Viles, our first heat race winner of the evening, there in position number 6 with Matthew Ostrander, Tyson Banks, Scout Neff, and Brandon Barnhart rounding out our top 10 as we're going to see our first caution flag of the evening. Our first caution flag gonna fly here in this one as it looks like Aaron Sanders and Michael Mitchell having some issues here on the racetrack. We'll keep an eye on this blue, pink, and white machine here on the bottom side of the racetrack. Working underneath of Shane Yates, sends it in there a little bit deep. Looks like the rear end just washes up the racetrack here. Unfortunately, just washes up the track, goes over the nose here of Shane Yates. Yates really nowhere to go. The rear end of the 5 ride just slides up in front of his nose, gets a piece of him, helps him go around, nowhere to go here for the 4 ride. So he's going to slam right into that left front tire of the 5 machine, unfortunately for the Showtime. Number 5, he's got some pretty heavy damage on that car, and we'll have to see them go down pit lane, get some repairs done, and back out onto the racetrack as we jump right on board here with this number 4M ride and see what he sees from the cockpit here as fortunately for Michael Mitchell, sends it down into corner number 1 and just couldn't move out of the way quick enough and tries to lock up the tires, tries to stay out of the 5 car, and unfortunately slides right into him as we're going to go back to green flag racing. Out in front, Michael Carter and Braden Carter door to door here down through corner number 2 and down the back straightaway into corner number 3. The 15 ride looking to jump up and clear the 5 ride, just barely getting over the nose there of Braden Carter as Michael Carter out in front. Is there 3 wide back here behind him? 3 wide for position number 2. Somehow they didn't go around. The 20 ride of Colton Zimmer was all bent out of shape. Almost went for a ride there. Good job by Bob Klein coming off corner number 2 there. Had to ease out of the throttle to avoid the contact and avoid making a mess down there on the backstretch. But unfortunately for Bob, that's going to cost him quite a few spots here on this restart as he's working himself from that 3rd spot all the way back now into position number 6. Losing spots now to Colton Zimmer, Connor New, and Coy Viles out there on the racetrack as Unfortunate break there for Bob Klein, but out in front, it's Michael Carter continuing to lead the way. Braden Carter right there in position number 2. Colton Zimmer there in third. Then you see Connor New there in position number 4 here, slowly but surely trying to work himself towards the front of the field. Coy Viles there in 5th. Tyson Banks up into 7th now in that 747 ride. Scout Neff up inside the top 10 as well as the 10 ride there in position number 8. Then Matthew Ostrander and Brandon Barnhart, unfortunately, both sliding back to just inside the top 10 here. So that 34 ride is in that 10th position. Kyle Carter right there behind him in position number 11 as we see Christopher Perrin, Chris Watkins, Aaron Sanders, Shane Yates, Michael Mitchell, and Troy Desson rounding out the field here in this one. But out in front, it's all the Carters here in this one as Michael Carter and Braden Carter continuing to run 1 and 2 here on the racetrack. These two put on a great show, continuing to lead this field here in this one as we'll quickly jump into a Peacemaker Gaming ladies Peacemaker Gaming crank it up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drive. Never mind, we are gonna get the Peacemaker Gaming crank it up caution flag. I'm telling you, this curse is never gonna end, chat. The Peacemaker Gaming crank it up curse, it's never going to come to an end. It's always going to be there. We'll take a look back and see what happens as looks like Aaron Sanders in the 5 ride going to have some more issues here. Works that bottom side again and take a look and see what happens here to him. Sends it in on corner number 3. Just unfortunately gets in there a little bit too deep. Hits that inside wall, bounces off of it, and unfortunately going to go around in. That is going to bring our caution flag back out here. So a tough break for that 5 ride. Sends it in here into corner number 3. Unfortunately, sends it in a little bit too low here. The front note's just going to get buried into that inside wall. Slides back up the racetrack. Quick thinking here from Shane Yates to avoid major contact. The 4 ride going to get underneath of Yates, but they're able to keep it pointing the right direction and keep their rides rolling here, but tough break there for the 5 ride as Aaron Sanders is going to take that car off the racetrack and head back down, back behind the wall, get some repairs done to it as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Out in front, it's the Carters as Michael Carter, Braden Carter, 1 and 2, looking to have another perfect restart here and keep these drivers at bay as, here we go, back to Green Flag Racing at I-55 Speedway as the Wayne Gordy 55 underway here. We're about to roll into halfway in and halfway to go here in just a few more moments as Michael Carter out in front. Braden Carter doing a great job rolling the middle side of the racetrack here, keeping the 20 ride of Colton Zimmer at bay as Colton Zimmer now trying to play a little bit of defense as he's got the 10 ride of Connor New to his outside. Connor New right there in position number 4. It's Connor New. How do you do as he's jumping right up to the outside of that 20 ride, trying to work himself inside of a podium finish here in this one. Coy Viles right there as well inside the top 5 as Bob Klein in the 10 ride of Scout Neff continue to battle here on the racetrack. Brandon Barnhart, Tyson Banks, door to door here down at a corner number 2. They're going to roll up on this 10 ride of Scout Neff, trying to make it a little bit of a 3-car battle here for position number 7 on the racetrack. But out in front, it's been all Michael Carter and Braden Carter as they continue to run 1 and 2 here in this one. You see Connor New starting to work some different lines in here, trying to find some big runs, find some wicked speed out of that 10 ride as he got wall wound up there on the high side of corner number 3 and 4, and a big run down this front straightaway. He's looking to get a few more of those big runs and try to find himself a way to the front of the field here and pocket himself a nice little payday here on Thanksgiving evening. It's out in front, Michael Carter still showing him how to get it done as we'll jump now into our Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers. We'll crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming. ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for these drivers. It's a great crank it up session there. These guys doing a great job. The sights and sounds around the beautiful Federated Auto Parts Raceway. It's out in front. It's still Michael Carter, but up into position number 2 here with 10 more laps left to go here in the Wayne Gordy 55. It's Connor New. How do you do right there into position number 2? Taking a look down low here at Michael Carter, looking to try to jump up and take this lead away in our closing laps here at Federated Auto Parts Raceway. Michael Carter, though, out in front, trying to hold him off, trying to park that 15 right down here in victory lane. Connor New there in position number 2. Braden Carter holding on, still the position number 3. A great run here for Braden Carter there in 3rd. Coy Viles there in 4th with Colton Zimmer rounding out our top 5. Bob Klein there in 6th. Scout Neff up into position number 7. Brandon Barnhart, Tyson Banks, and Matthew Ostrander rounding out our top 10 here in this one. Kyle Carter there in 11th. Shane Yates there in 13th. Or actually in 12th. Christopher Perrin there in 13th. Chris Watkins there in 14th. Michael Mitchell, Troy Desson, and Aaron Sanders rounding out our field here, but this one coming to a close as here comes a big one, the 10 ride of Connor New. How do you do up on the high side? Looking to jump up and take this race lead away. Connor New down across the start finish line as we get a new race leader here at the beautiful Federated Auto Parts Raceway. Michael Carter now off defense, has to play some offense, has to try to find a way to jump up and make his move around that 10 ride. But man, oh man, oh man, Connor New has been waiting patiently, picking him off slowly but surely through the field, and he's got that 10 ride out in front and looking to pick up the payday and the checkered flag here this evening. Connor New out in front, but right there in second. Michael Carter trying to hang with him as unfortunately Christopher Merritt has some issues. He saw a tire rolling there on the racetrack. No caution flag. We'll let him keep on rocking it as the white flag has been displayed. So one more time here for Connor New. Down through corner 1 and 2 into corner number 3 here for the final time this evening. Connor New at a corner number 4. He's going to pick up the checkered flag here at Federated Auto Parts Raceway for the Wayne Gordy 55. Connor New's going to park his Majula Safe Speed Shop, Sweet Victory Apparel, 4-2 Graphics, Team CFM Esports, the KL Photography 10 ride up here in the Federated Auto Parts Raceway Victory Lane. Michael Carter right there in position number 2 in the 5 ride of Braden Carter. Right there in position number 3. I do believe that is father and son there in 2nd and 3rd. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is father and son in that 2nd and 3rd position, but they're getting absolutely beat here tonight by that 10 ride of Connor New. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for that 10 machine. Is Connor New gonna pick up the checkered flag, pick up the payday, and put some money into his pocket here on a beautiful Thanksgiving evening? What a run, what a race, and what a drive right there by all these drivers. But man, oh man, oh man, that 10 ride played his cards right, ready to pounce there at the right time, and in those final 10 laps being able to make that pass, jump up on top of the wheel, get around Michael Carter, who led it basically for about 50 laps of this race. Unfortunately, this race was 55 laps, and he came up about 5 laps short here in this one, as we'll get ready to jump up into the broadcast booth here with our top 3 and bring them in for some post-race interviews. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for Connor New as our race winner. We're going to get him up here into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interview. Hey Connor, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Gaming broadcast booth. Do you get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Connor, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. We saw you slowly but surely work yourself up towards the front of the field here, picking them off lap by lap by lap. They were having to hit some good restarts, but there at the end, those final 10 laps, you really put the pressure on Michael Carter. You were able to find the opener that you needed. You made the move, you jumped up and took that lead away, and then you never looked back as you were able to run away with it and park that 10 right up here in victory lane for the Wayne Gordy 55 here at Federated Auto Parts Raceway. Man, what a run, what a race. Take us back through those closing laps and how you got it done here this evening.
Man, we won the VLR Pace Series here earlier this year, and I knew that top was gonna be decent because that's how I took the lead in that series, and lower middle just like it was there at first. So I started reaping the top, and I knew I was reeling them in, but they were so hard to pass because that line they were running it was very defensive, and I eventually I got tired of waiting around. I knew I had to make a move, or it was he was gonna win the race, and I sent it in 3 and 4 that one time, and I cleared it, and we held on.
Absolutely held on in this one as this racetrack went through a lot of changes here. We saw it fairly tacky even at the start of the evening, but for the start of this race was still a lot of traction, a lot of good grooves out there on the racetrack. But slowly but surely, this track really slicked off and became very, very tough to handle your car out there on the racetrack. We saw you guys beating and banging, battling, sliding around, trying to find the best way around the racetrack. We saw some guys right down the inside, hugging that inside wall. Then we saw some other guys like yourself just finding a ton of speed, a ton of momentum up there against that outside fence, and it's a very dangerous game. You get in there a little bit too wrong, you bounce that rear quarter panel off the wall a little bit too hard, and you get that front nose in there, and it can tear your car apart in a quick hurry, man. How did you get around the racetrack, and what was going through your mind there in those closing laps, knowing that one mistake, one wrong move could cost you the win here this evening?
You just had the full sender out there. I mean, I knew that wouldn't really work in real life because I really was beating the wall down, and it sucks to have to race like that. But that was the only way I was gonna pass was hit the wall every corner. I mean, it was the only way I was gonna have a shot at doing anything, and that invert really scared me too. We was gonna start outside pole because I qualified second, won the second heat race, and then we inverted and had to start seventh, and I was very scared for that, but I know we got up there and we got it done.
Absolutely. Well, Connor, I know you already have a very wicked paint scheme on that car, but coming in here throughout this broadcast, we had the guys over at Tri-City Speed come in, and they are donating a free wrap to somebody for, the hard charger on the evening. And by the looks of it here with my scoring is that you were up 6 positions and you were the hard charger as well on the evening. So the invert scared you a little bit, but maybe paid off a little bit extra here in this one as you were able to not only pick up that hard charger award, but also being able to jump up here and pick up that extra $50 here of a payday on, a Thanksgiving evening. Hopefully, made it that much better of a day for yourself.
Yes, sir.
Connor, my boy, a great run and a great drive. He's parked that 10 car down here in Victory Lane. Who would you like to thank for such a great run and such a great performance here this evening?
I can't thank Blake, Evan, Chris, everybody at my Jewel Speed Shop. They put in hard work and give me some fast setups around here. Team CFME Sports, HRE Motorsports, 42 Graphics, Team Friday, BCRCM Products, Sweet Victory Apparel, KL Photography, and you for putting this thing on, and Brandon for helping you.
Absolutely, Connor. Well, my boy, a great run, a great drive. Congratulations on the checkered flag. We look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack. We look forward to seeing you back up here, possibly in the broadcast booth, and right back up here in Victory Lane the next time on the racetrack.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Beauty. Connor, enjoy the rest of your evening, and happy Thanksgiving to you once again.
You too. Happy Thanksgiving.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our race winner, Connor New, as Connor New gets it done and parks it up here in Victory Lane. What a run and what a drive out of that 10 ride as we're going to get ready to pull in our second place finisher, Michael Carter, our pole sitter here for this A-Main feature event. Led almost every lap except for a handful there late in the race, and we're going to get ready to pull Michael up here for a post-race interview and see what he says about this one. Hey, Michael, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. Taking a copy?
Yes, sir.
Michael, man, what a run, what a drive. You led so many laps here this evening, getting that good invert, being able to start on the pole here and able to jump up right away, take this lead, and kind of run away with it here for a little while. You had a lot of very, very fast drivers, a lot of great talents right there on your back bumper, trying to find a way around you, including Braden Carter there for quite a few laps as you were able to lead the way and have, another Carter right there behind you for a lot of laps out there on the racetrack. But there in that final run, Connor New finding something up there on the extreme high side, was able to jump up and late in this race find a way to get around you. I feel if this was a 50-lap feature, you would have had this one in the bank. But unfortunately, an extra 5 laps here for the Wayne Gordy 55, and it was the extra 5 laps that Connor New needed to jump up and take that lead away from you and keep you at bay on the racetrack.
Yeah, that's kind of a heartbreaker a little bit, but I mean, good race to him. He got into me a little bit there one time. He apologized, but I mean, it was just hard racing. I knew he was going to be fast on that top. I seen him coming, and I was just committed to that bottom line. I mean, I've won a lot of races at I-55 running that line, so I knew if I just stuck with it, I could have had a shot at it. And it just he was working that wall pretty good. And I mean, it's hard to run the wall like that because if you make a mistake, it sucks you in. But he made it work every lap, and he got around me with the clean slider, and he got it done. So hats off to him.
Absolutely, some great racing and some great moves out there on the racetrack. And man, you had this one looking like you had it in the bag there for quite a while. And slowly but surely, he was able to creep up on you and get around you here in this one. But you still got to be pretty happy with a solid second place run here this evening. A beautiful Thanksgiving afternoon at the racetrack, and you're able to earn a little bit of extra money yourself here. Unfortunately, coming up one spot short of the checkered flag and the most money here on the evening. But man, you still got to feel pretty good about the run you had here this evening in that 15 machine.
I feel great anytime you can outrun them guys for that part most of the race. You know, it feels good. Connor's real fast. My son's he's getting really good. He's fast. You got Colton Zimmer. I mean, all them guys through there is fast. I can keep naming them, but yeah, it feels good, man. And it's a good Thanksgiving day. Had a great dinner and got a little cash. So I mean, nothing to complain about at all.
Absolutely, brother. Nothing to complain about at all. Michael, congratulations on a solid second place run. A great race and a great finish here for you this evening. Who would you like to thank for such a good performance out there on the racetrack?
First off, I gotta thank Brandon here at Dirt Anarchy. I gotta thank you guys here at Peacemaker Gaming for broadcasting. Really appreciate that. I gotta thank my son. Congrats to him. Congrats to Connor again. I got CTM Motorsports, Kale Smith, Braden Carter, my dad Randy Carter painting. He's watching. I got Kyle Hardy Racing, Pit Lizard Graphics, and anybody else out there watching. Really appreciate y'all tuning in.
Absolutely, brother. Michael, a great run, a great race. So close to picking up the checkered flag in this one, but coming up one spot short. Hopefully, we'll see it back out here on the racetrack very soon, and maybe right back up here in the broadcast booth, maybe one spot better in victory lane.
Absolutely, that's the plan, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Michael, enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
Thanks.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Michael Carter as Michael Carter coming home here in position number 2. A great run and a great drive there for that 15 machine as we're going to get ready to pull in his son, our third place finisher, Braden Carter. Braden Carter coming home here in position number 3. We're going to get Braden up here for his post-race interview. Hey, Braden, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. You get a copy? Hey, Braden, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy? All right, we don't have Braden Carter yet. We'll wait another minute or two for him here. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom or who knows what. We'll wait for him for another minute or so and pull him back up here. Oh, there we go. Hey, Braden, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker. Oh, we did have him. Maybe not.
Yes, sir. There you go.
There we go. Braden, my boy, you got a copy this time.
Yes, sir. I was having technical difficulties with my headset here.
It's all good. It's all good. Braden, a great run, a great drive here as you had that 5 ride hooked up here tonight. Right there in position number 2 behind the old man for so many laps. You follow him right on through here all evening long, staying glued there with him. Right until that final run, looked like your car kind of fell off just ever so slightly. Connor New came to life up there on the high side, was able to get around you, and unfortunately there towards the end, get around Michael as well on the racetrack. But you're able to hold on and keep a lot of very, very fast, talented drivers there at bay and hang on for a solid top 3 finish, man. Take us back through this race, and how do you feel to be up here on the podium?
Yeah, it feels good, man. Guys in this league are definitely pretty fast, like Connor, Colton, all of them. It was definitely a good race. I think I ran my car a little too hard there, used up some tire. I think that's a part of it. And Connor, I tried to run that line after he passed. I just couldn't hit it like he could. He was flying on that top. I couldn't hit it like my dad towards the end there. They were just going at it. I think third place car is what I had there towards the end,
Absolutely. Well, you're able to hold on to it, keep a lot of fast cars like Coy Viles, Colton Zimmer, Bob Klein. A lot of guys that have, won a lot of races, been in here on the sim for a long, long time, and being able to keep some of the, the older dogs back there at bay and keeping those drivers there behind you for so many laps has got to feel pretty dang good and give yourself a bit of a, momentum booster when you come in for, any of the league races, knowing that, you got a car that's capable and good enough to be up here competing for checkered flags and, top 3 finishes with some of the best in the business.
For sure, man. It's really great to run ahead of some of these guys. It really makes me like feel better about how I'm driving and improving. I've only been on the sim since last December, so it's definitely nice to be where I'm at, and just to have my dad helping me as well. That's something that really helped me as well.
Absolutely. Well, a close one here for a Carter 1 and 2 finish, but unfortunately Connor knew had to jump up there and spoil the fun here on Thanksgiving for the Carter family. But Braden, still a great run, a great drive, and a solid finish here for you in this one. Who would you like to thank for such a strong performance here tonight?
I gotta thank Brandon at Anarchy. I gotta thank you guys for putting this on, streaming it, PeaceMaker Gaming. I gotta thank CTM Motorsports, Cale Smith, my dad, Randy Carter Painting, Pit Lizard Graphics, and yeah.
Beauty. Well, Braden, a great run, a great drive. Hopefully we'll see it back up here in the broadcast booth very soon. Hopefully a couple spots better and maybe up in victory lane yourself.
Yes, sir. That's always the goal. Thank you.
Absolutely, Braden. Enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving and enjoy the rest of your night.
You too. Happy Thanksgiving.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our third place finisher, Braden Carter, as Braden coming home here in position number 3. What a run, what a race, what a drive right there. My boy, Justin Ward, coming in with that heart reaction. Bradley Patrick with that heart as well. My boy, Ty Dickinson, coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream, coming in, showing the love here in this one. Man, what a run, what a drive, what a finish here for all these drivers, man. That was a ton of fun. 55 laps of racing action. We saw, what, 1 caution flag, maybe 2 caution flags here throughout the evening. Some great racing, some hard white knuckle racing out there as these drivers were up on top of the wheel, running and gunning, nose to tail, door to door, 2 wide, 3 wide, out there on the racetrack, giving everything they could in a very difficult track here towards the end as well. This track was absolutely burnt in. There wasn't a whole lot of grip left out there. These guys really had to wheel it, and tires falling off, the track becoming tougher, made these guys really have to work themselves around the racetrack and really work for a good finish here in this one. We saw a lot of great drivers having some great finishes, some drivers with, finishes that I'm sure that they would rather not be in. You look back through the field, you see Kyle Carter back there at 11th, Shane Yates, I saw Shane up in the chat as well saying, he's trying to save some tires. I kind of saw that earlier as well. It seemed like he was just kind of laying off it a little bit. And unfortunately, it just might have been a little bit too long, or by the time he started to roll and try to, pick up some spots, everything was so spread out at that point that you just can't really make up too much ground, and be able to catch, a lot of cars in front of you is pretty hard to do. And unfortunately for Shane, with the very minimal caution flags that we had here in the race, just unfortunately never really opened up the door for him to be able to pick up a lot of spots out there on the racetrack. So a tough break for, Shane and so many other great talented drivers that were kind of stuck there a little bit deeper in the field. You look back there at, Tyson Banks, Matthew Ostrander, Kyle Carter, guys that just unfortunately ran out of time here throughout this race, or maybe not enough caution flags for them to jump back into it late in this run when they had some fresher tires possibly than the other cars in front of them. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to call it there on that note. A great run, a great race, and a great drive here by all these drivers. Everyone coming in, showing the love, and having some good laps and doing some good things out there on the racetrack, man. That was a ton of fun. And huge thank you to every one of you guys for tuning in. Everyone coming in with the likes, the comments, the shares. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in and showing the love here in this one. A huge happy Thanksgiving to all of my American friends, all my American family that are in here watching, and anyone that re-watches it. Happy Thanksgiving to any of the American friends. Unfortunately for me, up here in Canada, Thanksgiving's already come and gone. It was 40 days ago for us. It was last month. Thanksgiving was quite a while ago for us, but for the Americans, today was Thanksgiving, and seeing all these people jump in and have some fun on the simulator and enjoy some racing action here on the sim is always a great time. Yes says a great race, hell of a win, Connor. That was a great win right there for Connor. A heck of a run, heck of a race right there for Connor, and man, this is a lot of fun. Ton of great laughs, ton of great drives out there for these drivers, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Huge shout out as well to Wayne Gordy for coming in, making this Wayne Gordy 55 possible, coming in with the donation as well for the drivers to be able to earn a little bit of extra money, putting on this money race and putting a little bit of extra money into the pockets here of some of our drivers. Connor New, Michael Carter in the money here as well, and obviously huge shout out to our sponsor over there with the Tri-City Speed guys, coming in with the gifted wrap for a race car as well. Absolutely amazing to see them come in and show the love like that as well. With that as well is absolutely insane. Thank you for the donation. Absolutely, Michael. Absolutely, brother. It's always awesome to see tons of people wanting to come in and support these drivers and to support everyone and everything that they do. And you know, iRacing, you know, it's going to continue to grow and be bigger and bigger and bigger, and hopefully, you know, we're one of the people that can help progress it and make it that much bigger, give people a channel to not only, you know, support drivers, support friends and family, and also to support, you know, businesses out there as well throughout iRacing. Is absolutely amazing to do. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in, everyone for coming in and making this night possible, and all these drivers for jumping out there on the racetrack. You know, some of them having better nights than others, but hopefully everyone had some fun, had a good laugh, had some smiles, and you know, had a good day out there on the simulator. That's what it's all about, is having fun and enjoying your time out there on the sim and making some friends and making some memories out there on the racetrack is what it's all about. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I will be back here tomorrow evening. I don't know if we got any racing planned. Sure, we might figure something out. Maybe jump into some gobbler practice with some of the drivers. Maybe get behind the wheel myself. I haven't raced in a little while, so maybe we'll turn some laps as well. And, you know, who knows what else we'll get into. We'll probably get into something tomorrow, maybe Fortnite or Call of Duty later on or something like that. Who knows what? Who knows what? Oh, I think we got some Among Us to do tomorrow night as well. I think I got a birthday thing for another buddy of mine, so I think we got some Among Us to do tomorrow evening as well. So a little bit of mixture of things tomorrow, maybe a little basket of everything, and have some fun tomorrow on stream. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in this one. I'll see you guys all back here tomorrow. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! What a run, what a race, what a drive right there, man. That was a ton of fun.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
Yeah.
baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame. Yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. It's long days, long nights, no ache, this is my fight. A small cage, but a big hive. All's at stake, it's my time to shine. Yeah, I'ma train hard, mistakes turn into learned scars. To build a